Okay. Here we are. We're going to be going live here. Let's make sure everything's working well. And I am going to share this stuff. Okay. Share this here. Perfect. What's going on, guys? How is everybody this evening? Okay, so tonight we're talking about how to hire like a boss during a pandemic. Okay, that's what's happening. I'm going to wait. We got a bunch of people joining right now, so I'm going to give them a minute. Okay. I'm over at my car dealership. We just cooked. My business partner, he's from Brazil, and he does this steak, picanha, and if you ever get a chance to have a Brazilian guy or girl cook you picanha, they put like these really thick it's like this Brazilian salt that they throw on there, and then they pound it off, and that's it. That's all they put on it. It's unbelievable. It's delicious. All right, cool. So we're getting some people in here. What's going on, everybody? Go ahead and comment. Where are you from? I want to see where everybody's from here tonight. And if you keep seeing me look over here, I'm looking at the comments to make sure I don't miss anything from you guys. Okay? Where's everybody from? Let's see it. What's up, Ashley? All right. So, oh, there we go. A lot of people. Michigan, Angela Pitcher. What's up, dude? How are you? Hope everything's well. Let's see. St. Louis, Ashley. Yep. Um, Eric Shine, Portland, Oregon. What up? La Jefa, the boss. What's going on out there, Atlanta, where the players play? Gina, she's over in Cincinnati. What's going on? How are you? Jan, over in Atlanta as well. Kelsey, Fort Lauderdale. What up? What's going on, guys? You ready to get to work? Get this thing on and popping? We want to talk about hiring, okay, during a pandemic or through any situation. Look, guys, there's going to be pandemics and other things that happen in the world. We can't just die off and shut down whenever these things happen, can we? So we need to learn how we're going to adapt and dominate. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that later. So for now, kind of in the introducing myself portion, my name's Ryan. And look, I'm the guy who's going to be brutally honest with you. I don't sugarcoat shit. I am here to make sure that A, I'm successful, and I want to help others become successful as well. So, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to, mess around. There's not going to be bubbles floating around while we're doing this. We're putting in hard work, okay? If you don't like that, then, go somewhere where there's bubbles flying around. But over here, I want to get straight to the point. No messing around, no BS, okay? I'm an honest guy. That's what I'm here to do. I'm just here to help. All right. So, for some of you, I did have one of these lives going on. It was like 2 weeks ago, and I don't know, we were having like some sort of storm, and the whole thing was just awful. So, I apologize for that, obviously, but also I wanted to give you kind of an idea for people who don't know me. I know a lot of you do that I've spoken to that are on here now. First of all, I'm in New Hampshire. We have the top-rated cleaning company in New Hampshire. I also own 4 other companies besides the cleaning company, which once I developed the systems for my own business and really friggin' dialed them in the way that I like, even though I'm never happy, I keep dialing things in. Then I started investing in other things. So now I have this car dealership here. We're on the main road in our city in Manchester. And so it's allowed me to do other things. Car dealership, warranty company, coaching business, and I also have a marketing company as well. So if you set yourself up correctly in this business, you can use the cleaning company. You can just do that, or you can use this as a stepping stone to reach greater goals in your life. And that's what I want for you guys, to become successful. Okay? So right now, a lot of the talk that I see out there is aimed in the direction of the fact that nobody can hire. Okay? Now, at that point, you have to decide whether you're going to just accept that or dominate that situation. Okay? And so, in the groups and things like that, you hear a lot of, well, I can't find employees. No one wants to work. Nobody shows up for the interviews. Right? Did any of you guys hear that stuff, or have you experienced some of that stuff right now in this industry? Is that what's going on? I see a lot of it out there. So, in my company and other businesses that I work with, we don't have that issue because we've developed a system and implemented it to make sure that no matter what the situation is, we're able to adapt and dominate. And that's what we're going to talk about today, guys. All right? In the last few weeks, 3 or 4, not the last 2 weeks, but 2 weeks before that, I got 40 new customers, okay? Didn't have to turn any of them down. I've got people that are working with me that have, 30 new and they're able to just continuously hire. So, we're not having any trouble hiring. We're not having to turn down any clients. I've heard a lot of people talking about, well, I have a waiting list and, I've had to turn down tons of clients. And in my mind, I'm like, man, that must be really painful to have somebody come over and be like, here's my money, but then you can't take it, right? I had one person tell me, actually it was a couple of people, and they had said that they had a waiting list of 40 people. 40 clients on a waiting list. Just to break that down for you, if you had 40 recurring clients, that's about $125,000 to $140,000 a year in revenue that you're missing out on. But what are we doing? We're just accepting that. We're just saying, Oh, yeah, and that's just the way it is. You can't hire right now. No, no. If we have that sort of mindset, then we're not going to be successful. Okay? If you want to admit it, I mean, how many of you have had to turn down clients? I know I see it a ton in the group, in other groups, that people are having to, unfortunately turn down clients. It sucks. It's awful, right? So the other thing that I wanted to talk about real quick is, uh, and this is a big one, guys. So I talk to you guys, or I talk to people every day, right? And that own cleaning businesses. And a lot of what I'm hearing right now is that, people are out in the field and doing the manager stuff, answering the phones, and kind of doing everything. And in the beginning, in a sense, you do have to do some of those things. But I feel as though we're getting lost and not really realizing what our role is within our cleaning business. We don't have to, we don't want to be doing everything. If you're owning a business, you're an entrepreneur and you need to start doing entrepreneurial things. So, for instance, people that start businesses that are cleaners, okay? Being a good cleaner does not make you a good entrepreneur. Unfortunately, it just doesn't. So you have to learn, change your mindset, and become that entrepreneur. Do you guys agree with me on that? Not saying that it can't be done. That's how it happens. But we have to change our mindsets from being a cleaner. Oh, I'm a great cleaner. That's fine. But what we need to do is start leveling up and becoming the entrepreneur in our business, dialing everything in so that we can become successful. Our goal is to be the person who's growing our business and enjoying the fruits of our labor versus cleaning and being on the phone and then doing an email while you're scrubbing the shit out of somebody's toilet. That's not the way that this is meant to work. So what I want you to do is challenge that mindset that you have. I get that in the beginning, or there's certain situations where you are doing a lot of those things, but you have to realize and gain the mindset that, hey, I got to get out of this. So there's the entrepreneur, the manager, and the technician. Which one are you? How do we delegate? Don't be afraid to delegate. We've got to create the systems and processes that allow you to give up those reins. Okay? Just something to think about. So, look, I know you guys see the name here. I see, Ryan the Lion. For me, that's something that is like ferocious within me. And that's something that I teach in my groups and I talk about with you guys. And, we're all lions in this group. I see a lot of amazing stuff happening. We're growing extremely fast, so I'm very thankful for that. I thank you guys. And look, lions teach us to dominate our problems. All right? And, live like a true winner. So if size really mattered, an elephant would be the king of the jungle, right? We're a family here, and we've got to pull each other up. That's what we do. Pull each other up together. And that's what I've put this group together for, and that's why I'm here. We need to really make today's ceiling, right? Today's ceiling, tomorrow's floor. Every day. All right. So let's talk a little bit about hiring and how you can be successful in any situation, no matter where we're at, what the situation is. Let's talk about what I'm doing So first of all, let's start with the big one. Okay, there, you know, when you're hiring, it's an entire process. Okay, from the hiring ad all the way to the training and beyond. All right, we don't have time to talk about all of that right now, but what I want to talk about is the hiring portion. And where we want to start with there is your hiring ad. Okay, the mindset that we have to have with potential employees is this: we have to stop thinking of them. Uh, we've got to start thinking of them more like a customer. Okay, we need to appeal and attract and market to them, so that when they look at your job that's open, you stand out. You grab them by the freaking throat. Okay, so when I go on like Indeed, let's say, because I market on Indeed as well, Facebook, Indeed, right? When I put out an ad, or let's say you go look on Indeed right now and type in house cleaner, you're going to get a whole bunch of ads on there from different cleaning companies. Read those ads and see what the ads look like. See if anything stands out. Most of the time, you're not going to see anything that stands out. It's going to be like the, you need to have this, and we require this, and if you don't have this, don't bother. If you don't have this qualification, don't apply, right? And the headline is just like house cleaner, whatever, nothing special. So those ads to me are not appealing. If I look through ads, especially if you're paying somebody $12, $13, $14, $15 an hour, there's nothing appealing about that whatsoever. Okay? Now, if you start grabbing people by the throat, okay, and the headline puts something, really eye grabbing, and then in the actual description, instead of being like, oh, you must have this, oh, you must have that, put something in there that's attractive. Hey, we're like a family here. Do you want to join a family? Do you want to be a part of our family here? Here's what we offer. No weekends. Exercise. Put what is going to attract somebody. We talk about, we can't hire anybody. Look at your ad. Go back, look at your ad. Tell me if it's attractive. If you are going to try to attract people like everybody else is, you're going to get what everybody else is getting right now, which is nothing. Get creative. This is the entrepreneur part. This is how you stand apart. I work with people, not just people that work with me, but people that I know in this industry. I've been in this industry a while, and I know most of the big players, and they're not having issues. Okay? It's not as great as it was where you put an ad there and you get 200 applicants, but there's ways like creating a really good ad that you can be successful and stand out and grab people by the throat. That's what we want to do. Okay? So that's that part. So we got to get a really good hiring ad out there. Within your business, throughout like the hiring ad, the interview process, everything like that, you've really got to create a culture through and through. And in that culture, you don't need to just talk about it, you need to be about it as well. So let's say in your hiring ad, you talk about how your culture is. I'm family oriented, or our company is like a family. This is what we do. We like to have fun. We work hard. Whatever it is, whatever kind of culture you create within your company needs to be through and through, all the way to actually living it, right? Because if you have it on your hiring ad, but then it isn't in your interview process, And then when they get out there working, none of that culture is there. You'll lose people. But if you do it right and you implement it all the way through, okay, then A, you're going to attract more people to work for you. B, you are going to lower your attrition with your employees, meaning people will work for you longer because they're happy in their position. They have a culture that they enjoy. I mean, we're at our job for what, 8 hours a day? We want to make it fun as we can. Make it as enjoyable as possible. Cleaning toilets. Enjoy the people around you. Create an amazing culture. Okay? You know, the other thing too, you can get really creative with hiring. You know, if you know, there's like the Indeed and Facebook and all these things, but look, if you have some really, really friggin' good employees that work for you, okay, they probably know people just like them, right? Because people surround themselves typically with people like them. So maybe reach out to the really good ones that work for you and say, hey, look, you know, if you can find me somebody and they work out, you know, I'll give you a bonus, $500, whatever it is, $250, okay? And you'll be surprised to find that they'll know some of those people, okay? So try to get creative with some things. A lot of people I hear talking about, oh, well, I tried Indeed, it doesn't work, or I spend all this money on Indeed. We use Indeed, and I don't spend any money on there. I haven't had to. So that's me. And we also do Facebook and all like the job posts. Okay, there's like the groups for jobs for your area. You can post your job in there. You can post your job in other groups like, you know, mom groups or information groups in your area, as well as the job groups. It's not just one place. It's kind of like marketing. It's a symphony. You have to hit everything. Go everywhere, right? Because you might get one or two from here, 3 or 4 from there, 1 or 2 from here, right? If you're just getting 1 or 2 from a place, you're not going to be able to hire, all right? The other thing that I've been hearing a lot is, you know, when we're in that situation of like, oh shit, somebody showed up for this interview and we're just like, you're hired, boom, let's go. Don't do that. Don't get too excited and offer the job. You got to give a cool down time, okay? That person is in the moment, and so are you. So you've got to give them time to cool down. We have to hire fast, right? Because we don't want them to get scooped up. But stop jumping the gun, jump over the table, right? You need to be in control of your business. And when you can do that, then you're able to offer the position to people and you don't seem so needy, because when you offer it to them right away, a lot of the times people are like, oh crap, like why is he offering it to me right now? Is there something weird that I didn't think of, right? And then they go home, they think about it, like, you know, or they get another job offer. So give it a little bit of cool down time for everybody to kind of gather their thoughts, because we don't need to bend somebody. If they want to work for us, they're going to work for us. Okay? Now, in the actual interview itself, okay? Oh, sorry, guys. It wasn't going down. I see your questions and stuff. Jarrell. Oh, look at that. Jay, what's up, dude? I was talking to him today. Jay, what up? Amelia, what's up? Gloria, what's up? Monique, Columbus, Ohio. What's up, guys? Sorry, but I want to say hi to everybody. Okay, so look, when you're in an interview, okay, I see this a lot where people have like their interview right? Like we're gonna have compose this interview. Okay, a lot of the times people don't even have questions, which is not really good. Okay, now if you do though, where did you get the questions from? What qualifications do you have to decide what questions qualify a house cleaner? Okay? Think about that a little bit. If you're asking people questions on a form that you Googled questions from, do you know what the answer is supposed to be? This right here, I need you to really, really friggin' listen to. When I hear people talking about that they can't get anybody, okay? And, you know, they're dealing with this, they can't hire anybody, all right? This is a big one right here. Why are you asking them these certain questions? You know, you decided, you went on Google, said, what are good interview questions? You decided, oh, that one seems good, I'll add it. Or maybe you've asked somebody on Facebook that gave you theirs that who knows if they're even successful. And you've developed this thing, okay? And now you're asking a question, what are your strengths, right? Well, what's your strengths? Okay, you have to remember, that person sitting across from you's job, no matter whether they want this job or not, in their mind, they're going to sell you on how freaking amazing they are. That's what people do naturally, okay? So I want to tell you something right now. Your job as somebody who's interviewing or whoever is working for you doing the interviews, okay, their job is to cut through the BS. That's what interview questions are for, to cut through the BS and find out who they really are. So, how do we do that? Well, when you ask somebody, what are your strengths? Okay, don't just accept the answers every time you ask somebody. What are your strengths? Oh, well, I'm good at cleaning. Oh, okay, perfect. And they write cleaning down. Okay, let's dive in a little bit more, guys, on these questions. Let's dig a little bit deeper, please. So, you're good at cleaning. Oh, how are you good at cleaning? What makes you so good at cleaning? Explain it to me. Give me a situation. Why are you good at cleaning? Let's dive in more. Okay? When we do that, it's gonna dig up the information that really allows us to make a decision. And those questions, you're gonna trip them up, and that is when you're gonna find out who the hell they really are. Okay? I've heard stories of, I won't even get into it, but I've heard stories of when people started doing this, they would have people that were like so perfect for the job, and then they would dig a little bit deeper on the questions, and they would find out some crazy stuff about them. Like, oh man, I'm so glad I didn't hire this person. One of the stories was that this guy slapped his old boss in the face. And didn't say that, right? But they dug in more and more. And the guy told him that he slapped his ex-boss in the face. Can you imagine that? So that's why we have to dig in. Guys, are you following me on this? Dig in. Ask more questions. Why did you leave your last position? And the one before that, and the one before that, why? Oh, well, blah, 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 blah. Oh, really? Tell me about that a little bit. Oh, how come? Dig in. That's going to help you a lot in that department. Okay? If you have any questions on that, let me know. Let's move on. So, really what you need to do is from the hiring ad to your interview process, right? Yes, you need to do it quickly because you don't want to miss out on the opportunity, but you also don't want to jump the gun and seem, like you're desperate. Okay? You want to hold a interview, and be professional about it. Have a list of questions. I don't care, I don't care as much. The questions are okay, but it's how you use them. You have to use them in a way so you can really find out what kind of person this is. Don't just accept the first answer they give you, because that's BS. Dive into it, okay? 72% of employers are having a hard time right now finding skilled candidates. 72% of employers. That's a lot. Okay? So, but that also means that there's, and I didn't do the math. Let's see. All right, so what is that? 28%? 28% of the people are not having trouble hiring. So which percent are you going to be in? You can look at the negative. Oh, 72%. Oh, see, I knew I would never find anybody. But what about the other 28%? They're not having a problem. What are they doing different? So you got to change that mindset, guys. Okay? Jarrell, what's up? What questions and answers do you suggest? Look, like I said, and I don't know if this came in before I just said this, but because there's like a 10-second delay over here. But look, it's not, it is about the questions. It's okay if you look up some questions, that's fine. You want to, don't have an interview that is very short, okay? You want to have an extensive interview with somebody, find out, dig in on them, okay? You can find if you find them on Google. Me, I built mine in a way, in my Level Up course that I have, I give you all that stuff, all right? But it's really more about digging in to the answers that they give you. So, like I said, if you're asking somebody, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Things like that. If you think about that question, right, it's like, okay, somebody's going to tell me their strengths, right? They're going to give you a list, and then they're going to give you a list of their weaknesses, okay? But you need to dive into each one of them. Okay, why is this your strength? Explain. Give me an example. Tell me how you know that this is your strength. Show me a situation, or how did you get that strength? Oh, well, it just came to me. How do you mean it just came to you? Just naturally like that? Or whatever it is. It's about digging in. All right? Okay? So, do you want to be a part of the 28% or the 72%? Boom. Think about that. We need to really quit blaming the pandemic. I know a lot of you are going to roll your eyes at me. Don't blame everything else in the world. The pandemic, the unemployment, the friggin' weather, the elections, the wars, the markets, the coin, the planets are aligned, messed up. Okay? Look, no matter what, there's always going to be an election, a pandemic, a war, a market crash, or something. As an entrepreneur, it is your duty and your job. If you would like to be successful, you need to be the one who's willing to adapt and dominate. We're lions here. We didn't come here to compete. If you want to compete with somebody, okay, you're going to be dead in the water or always struggling. I want you to start focusing on dominating your industry and adapting in a way that no matter what happens, you can stay on top. Okay? You got to be a lion about it. Because doing the same thing, right, that we were doing before, everybody is doing. I talk to people a lot, and they're doing the same thing, and times have changed. And they're saying, well, I don't understand, it just doesn't work. And there's nobody out there, which, yeah, there's a lot less people, right? But then that means that we have to adapt as business owners, as entrepreneurs, because that's what we do. You have to be a visionary in the sense that, okay, something's changing, and I've got to do something about it, or I'm going to be dead in the water, or I'm going to sit here and just, oh, it's just the way it is. Oh, it's just the way it is. And you've got to decide, are you going to expand or contract with whatever happens? When the pandemic, when I even smelled that the pandemic was happening, I pivoted instantly. Went on the news, okay? Got after it. We grew during the pandemic. We never shut down. For about 2 months, we lost 25%. And then after that 2 months, we got them back. And then from then grew. I think we have almost doubled in size since then. So, and I'm going to tell you, people say, oh, he must live in my area. And I have people, and they'll tell you. And I know, Jarrell, you're in Vermont, I think. But, you know, the New Hampshire, I mean, there's not a lot of people here. It's a small area. It's very difficult in this area. Okay? But you have to be able to adapt and pivot and really be that entrepreneurial mindset, okay? So, look, if you don't feel like your business is running at its full potential now with, like, you know, hiring, training, your culture, like I'm telling you about, the sales, okay, the management, following your numbers, your KPIs, your systems, your marketing, your automations, all right? If this is you, what I want you to do is, in the comments section, type the word level up. I have a program called Level Up that is helping business owners take control of their business, all right? Fully automate everything. We're in small focus groups, and it's absolutely amazing what we're doing together. We're dialing in our businesses so that we can work less and make more money, all right? I work about 2 to 3 hours a month in my cleaning company, okay? And I want to help you get there as well. So like I said, if you're interested in finding out more information about that, like I said, we have this small focus group. It's called Level Up, and we can help you, okay? So for now, guys, does anybody have any questions before I take off here? And there's about a 10-second delay, so bear with me on this. My Xbox is on. She doesn't like me, so don't call her for harassment. Because my ex-boss is my aunt, and she doesn't like me, so don't call her for a reference. Nice. I like it. Yeah, Jarrell knows. All right. So, absolutely, Miranda, of course. I'm going to be doing a lot of these videos with you guys. I hope that I'm helpful for you. That's literally the purpose and the goal. You know, just like I said, reach out to me. I'm always available. Shoot me a message, okay? I'm going to sign out. I'll see any of the stuff that you guys post over there anyway. I'll keep up with it because I'm going to make this viewable for you guys so that you can see it. Watch it again if you need to, or if you missed it, if you missed some of the stuff. All right. And also, if you want to, if there's anything that you're wanting to hear in another video, I have a bunch of them planned up. I just got to put them together. And so just let me know what you're in particular maybe wanting to see as far as a video, what you like to have help with. But I'm going to get going, guys. I hope that this was helpful for you. I know this is really, I think this is one of the larger videos that I've done live on here. And, you know, I'm going to make sure that I put some really good content together for you guys. Let me see. All right, so, oh, Henrique over there. How do we get your interviewing process? That's all included in my Level Up program, okay? And I can give you that information. So if you type Level Up into the comments here, I'll know to reach out to you. And then I can explain to you what's included in this program. But like I said, you know, this is us helping with the hiring, the training, the culture, the sales, management, systems, KPIs, the marketing. It's everything that my company does. I put it together into a program. It's really simple to follow and implement into your own business so that you can be successful as quickly as possible. All right? And grow your business fast. Anyway, guys, it's really awesome to chat with you. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. See you later.